This is the SUPERMOON full moon. I'm going to be changing the settings on the camera to see what the difference is. Right now this is 720 format using optical image stabilization, OIS. So I'm going to keep this on for about a minute, and then I'm going to make my changes to, I'll be doing 1080 50mm, 1080 24mm. I'm going to turn OIS off since I am on a tripod to see if that makes a difference. And then I'm going to record with HBR. I forget what that stands for, but I'm going to try it and see what happens. Okay, so this is, as I said, 720 with OIS is on. Now I'm going to turn this off. I'm in 1080, I think it's 28M mode for HDR. I think I said HBR before. I think it's high definition recording. I don't know. So when I switched on the button, it said was going to 1080 and I believe 28mm, and it shows HDR in the corner. So normally I process all my videos with 720 settings in the editor, but I'm going to do 1080 settings and see if there's a difference in quality. So again, this is HDR. OIS is on 1080p 28M settings. Looking at the supermoon, I think it's November 14th right now, like 8 p.m. or so in Los Angeles, right by the airport. Okay, we've got about a minute of that. 1080p, 60p, 50M. Same video. I'm not really sure how any of this is going to process for YouTube. It might jam up in the video recorder editing mode. Still using the tripod with OIS on. And in the next segment I'm going to turn OIS off to see if it makes it better. Okay, let's leave that stabilize a little bit. Last night when I recorded, I got a blue moon. It was a beautiful blue color instead of this brownish gray. So I'm not sure why, but it only lasted for a few seconds, and then when I recorded again, it went back down to this gray. So if anybody understands why, let me know. Got a minute of this, so I'm going to turn this off and go to the new settings without OIS. 720p. OIS is now standard instead of active, and hybrid OIS is off. Let's get the tripod stable. So the next settings are going to be, since I've got OIS off for those two settings, my next recording is going to go back to the HDR, which should be 1080p with 28M. I still can't get the moon to look blue, that beautiful blue color I got yesterday. Recording with a Panasonic HC-w580 CAMCORDER. Turning it off. And again, 1080 28M, the HDR is on, and the OIS and the hybrid OIS are both off. Let's do a little zooming in here. If I can. I'm going to shut this off and go back to 720 with the OIS on both settings. 720 OIS on, hybrid OIS on, and this time I put the AGS setting to on before it has been off. So I don't know if the AGS is going to do anything. I don't think I'm going to find out until I look at the video. It's very hard to tell on the camcorder screen. AGS is on. After this, I'm going to turn the AGS off and I'm going to turn backlighting on the next segment. Sorry about all that bouncing and bumping around here. Okay, I'm going to turn this one off with AGS and turn on the backlighting. 720p backlight compensation is on. I don't know if it made a difference. It kind of looks washed out over here on the screen, but I can't really tell for sure. Maybe not. I don't know if any of these settings are making a difference. It's kind of dark out here. I'm by the airport, so the sky is a little bit bright, and I'm looking up at the moon. A lot of these things probably make a difference with some good lighting and maybe daytime, or with brighter lighting besides a dark sky and a moon. I'm going to turn this off, see if there are some other settings I can go to. Yep, that's all the settings there are. So I'm going to keep this on 720p for a little bit, and then I'm going to go back to the 1080 50M, and I think it was 24M. And then I'll go post this and see what the difference is. If you like my videos, please do a thumbs up, a subscribe, a like. Go to my channel page if you want to, click on the support button and leave a donation if you would like to. That would make me happy, help me out in life. Make sure you look at my other videos if you want to link them somewhere, that would be cool. So for those of you who want to know why I do these videos, a little while back, without too much detail, a little while back I was going to get laid off, got my layoff notice, which I knew was going to happen, and I was not too thrilled with it, and I went outside that night and looked at the full moon and wished to the full moon that I would keep my job and that life would be okay. And not only did I end up getting what I wanted 2 days before I was supposed to be out of there, but I was offered a promotion and the ability to stay, which I ended up accepting and then finally leaving on my own terms the way I wanted to. So every month now I go outside and I look at the full moon and make my wish on the full moon, and I like to record it if I can. So that's the idea behind these videos. It pretty much turned my life around. Not that the full moon and wishing on it had anything to do with it, but I still do that every month. So I'm going to go switch over now to 1080p. We are again at 1080p. I think it's at 60p and 50m, and it looks like a different picture quality. I can't really tell right now. Again, when I start messing with these different video formats and I try to edit them, the editing program gets totally screwed up, and the exporting to make it display on YouTube doesn't seem to work well, but we'll see. Let me zoom in. Let's do a real deep zoom. (74x zoom), 90x zoom, 1080p, 60p, 50m. And now we're doing 1080p 28m. You zoom back. So I know on video, when you're looking at YouTube, it's hard to tell anything. Different monitors, different settings on YouTube, how they encode the video. But if you notice a difference in quality between one of these settings, and you want to leave a comment or suggestions on how to use the HC-w580, that would be nice. I normally film in 720p with OIS on and HDR off. And I'm going to end the video going to 720p and just look at the full moon for a little while without me talking. 720p. I was on 90x zoom, now I am on a 150x digital zoom. Let's zoom in as far as I can. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to zoom into 3000x. The picture is just going to fall apart in a minute. I'm going to try to hold the tripod steady until it falls apart. 200x. 300x. 400x, 600x. It's falling apart. Most of that is me with the tripod trying to hold things steady. Or 900x. Kind of useless now. And 1700x, the camera's flipping out. I can't even hold it steady. I'm at 3000x, completely worthless. 300x. Go back to 90. Okay, all of that was under IA, Intelligent Autofocus Plus. Now I've got it on Intelligent Auto, not Plus. I don't know what that does. I just have my zoom. I don't think I have any controls over I don't really have any controls for autofocus or zooming or anything. So I'm going to take it off of IA and go back to the IA+. Okay, I'm on IA+, but I went to a -5. I don't know what that is. I'm going to keep that on there for about 20 seconds. And then I'm going to go to the IA++ +5 setting. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. I've got it on the +5 setting. I really don't know if it did anything. I don't know if I'm going, if I'm changing the light settings or what. Really hard to tell. So another 10 seconds on this. And then I'm going to turn it off now. I've got it set to a low light setting. It just did a fading. I don't know why. It's a low light setting. One of the menu settings, so we'll see if the low light setting makes a difference. Then I'm going to go to night scenery in another 10 seconds. This is on night scenery. I think they're preset settings. Obviously preset. Keep that on for 20 seconds, 720p. Night scenery, turning that off. This is on a fireworks setting, and it looks all washed out, so I'm not going to keep that on. Now we're on a beach setting. It still looks a little bit washed out, but I've had the camera for a while and I've never tried any of these settings, so this is a good test. I'm going to turn off the beach setting now. This is a low light setting, low light, and then the next one I will go to the sunset. Low light. This is cool, sunset. This is a sunset setting, and things look more bold and exciting, which makes me want to try the other settings now. This is sunset. I'm going to turn sunset off. This is scenery. It's going to be my last setting for this test. Scenery. I'm going to turn this one off. Scenery. 1080p HDR 28M. Beautiful. Battery is kind of running low here, but this should be a good test anyway. I'm going to shut this one off. A little washed out here. A lot washed out. And that concludes my full moon video with all the settings for the Panasonic HC-w580 camcorder. Hopefully it helps somebody out there. Happy super moon.